We thank you for making us a part of your holiday weekend. And if you're not celebrating that holiday, we are just grateful to be part of your weekend here on the Sports Cubicle. It's Paul Chivari, it's Devin Tingle, I'm Mike Mercado, and we are fat and full and stuffed full of turkey and other delicious entrees. But here on the Sports Cubicle, we have one more treat, one more plate on the fridge that we want to give you all here around the water cooler. Paulie, what are we doing on this edition of the Sports Cubicle?
Well, we're going to get corny this year, and we're going to roll out the cornucopia of radio cliches and do a Thanksgiving draft.
It's draft day!
I think Paul just confirmed his first draft pick is corn.
There you go. You right into the inside.
Let's say it's corn song in there.
So let's go over the quick rules on this. We're really loose on the restrictions here. This does not have to be a traditional Thanksgiving. You know, if someone wants to bring something crazy to the table, by all means. But no one can take the same exact thing. There's different ways to make turkey. If you've got a unique way that you do it, you can have turkey. No one claims ownership over the entire bird. Everyone has to pick an entree, so like the main course, the potato, how they're going to do it, side one, side two, dessert, and an activity.
I love it. Very simple, very nice, and everybody has their traditions, and this is why this is going to be very fun because we have a little bit of a mixture of all different types of ways we celebrate Thanksgiving, and I think it's really cool if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We want to know on the comment section, whether it's on Twitter at Sports Cubicle TV, whether it's on YouTube at The Sports Cubicle, or of course, if you're following us on Spotify and on SoundCloud at WCPT 820, if you don't do the traditional type of feast on this day, if you don't celebrate at all, do you do something special? Do you eat pizza? Do you do Chinese food? Are you finding something else? We want to know. Make sure you leave a comment down below because we make sure that we're all so in our plates this weekend. So the number one pick has been decided. And in a very secret meeting down in the Caribbean, we have found the pick. And Paulie has walked away with it. We don't know who he bribed, how many judges that he had to pay off, but he did end up with the number one pick.
He's the saddest sack.
There you go.
Wow. Well,
collusion.
With the first pick of the 2023 Thanksgiving draft, I'm going with the old standard homemade from real pumpkin pie.
What a wonderful pick. I think it's a very strong pick. I think this is something that has been scouted for a long time on a lot of people's menus, and it also just goes to show how far Sweet Tooth will take a individual. And once again, the pick is, Paul?
Homemade from a real pumpkin pie.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I have the second pick. The second pick is in... It is an oven roasted turkey. How do you go away from the old reliable? This is a Heisman winner. This is an MVP. This is something that's going to establish the franchise. This is why we do the dang thing. It is why it leads the Macy's Day Parade. I am going with an oven roasted turkey.
Wow, I didn't think he'd go traditional.
He just drafted Eli Manning.
That's so disrespectful. What about Phillip Rivers and his 10 kids? Devin, you're up with the third and fourth pick.
Hold up. I'm on the phone with Marver. That's right. You get my third round pick, and you give me a DJ Moore rookie card. I guess not. Okay. Oh, man. Third overall pick here. Jeez. First is the worst. Second is the best. I don't know what the third is. I'm going to go with stuffing.
Stuffing.
Ooh.
All right. What kind of stuffing?
Oh, we're getting picky on stuffing now?
Yes. Actually, yes. Wasn't that in the text?
It's very much in the rule books.
Because cornbread stuffing's different from like a regular traditional stuffing,
I'll go traditional stuffing.
Or maybe you're a stovetop. Are you making
Stuffings.
it? Are you making stuffing? Or are you buying stovetop?
Making.
Ooh,
homemade stuffing.
Okay.
Homemade traditional stuffing. I love it.
That's a very, very interesting pick.
That's a big pick.
I wonder if this is the wide receiver people were worried about. I wonder if this was the attitude issue type of player, but it is making its way onto Devin's roster as the third pick, the traditional
stuffing, yeah.
Let's go with your fourth pick.
Oh, fourth pick. Jeez, I'm going to draft Blake Bortles here.
Yeah, let's do this right, too, though.
Still have an entree, a potato, one side, a dessert, and an activity.
I'm going to go with sweet potato. I'll take a sweet potato.
That's
right here.
big.
Sweet potato for the potato. Wow, going with some... I'm surprised the first four picks have been really traditional picks.
That was a strong pick from Devin, though. I think that was one of those like sneaky, kind of gets a couple things done in one pick. I am going to have a little fun with this one. So I know why Paul thought I was going to go traditional because, of course, as a Latino, I asked, do we have to do the very traditional, what you see on the Hallmark Channel, Thanksgiving meal course? And Paul, being the wonderful commissioner he is, he said, no, it's open to whatever your meal is. So that is why, with my second pick, with the side entree, I'm going to go with tamales. Tamales as a side entree. You talk about the holiday season really beginning. It doesn't start until Abuelita starts making those tamales, and it's only twice a year where you get the homemade, traditional, delicious side, and it is Thanksgiving and Christmas. And guess what, my friends? We are in the season. Tamales are my second pick. Paulie?
Wow.
Curious, what are they stuffed with in your house, if you don't mind me asking?
It depends. Sometimes it's just beans, and sometimes it's just cheese. It's pork, it's chicken, and with love.
Hoping for a turkey tamale, like you really out there.
I love it. I was hoping to see tamales on the list. All right, so I got to get it out of the way. I got to get my entree. I also wanted to do turkey, but I'm deep frying the turkey.
Nice. So have any of you guys actually ever had deep fried?
Yes, and
I haven't.
I've never done it myself, but I have friends that are just obsessed with it. And for years we'd have like a Friendsgiving party, and always they'd do it, and it was amazing. That thing would be picked clean. They would do more than one. Both would be eaten. We're talking about like maybe a party, 20, 30 people, and we're devouring up a couple of birds.
That sounds so good.
Delicious. You inject it with butter. It gets so juicy.
Just inject me with butter.
So yeah, deep fried turkey for that pick. And then my next one, I got to get my potato out of the way, and I'm going garlic mashed potatoes on that one. You know, probably like a little bit of the skins in there too. So yeah, I'm going with the garlic mash.
Paul, it's 2023. It's not the skins anymore. It's the Commanders. Get it right.
As a side, and this is where I think it might get a little controversial, because I, for one, am not a huge fan of this meal. I'm not one that particularly enjoys the way this is cooked on this particular day. Although there are times where I believe this athlete performs better. I just don't think they could be the lead on your team. They cannot be the Batman. They're more the Robin. And that is why I'm going with honey glazed ham as my side.
Whoa, he's doing an entree. Interesting.
Ham as a side?
Ham as a side.
So it is not the main entree. It's not a big old ham. Again, in our family, there's a lot of pork that's already been eaten. So the ham isn't the resistance, the piece of resistance. The turkey still is that in our main. So if you're looking at what the centerpiece is, some families, it's a big old piece of ham out there. My family's a nice piece of honey glazed ham. Even though, again, I'm not a big fan, but I understand it's a want, and the market demands it, and that's what the marketing team wants.
So far, no carbohydrates in the Mercado Thanksgiving table.
How do you think you stay so skinny?
Yeah, well, that ain't it. Because that's a lie. That whole statement's a lie. Watch us on YouTube. Devin, you got back-to-back, bud.
Oh, I think for activity, I'm going to say casually watching football.
Okay, so sitting on the couch watching football.
It's there, you know. You're not 100. You're not fully invested in the game.
Casual. Okay, I like it. I like it.
My stepbrother's a Lions fan, so the past few years on Thanksgiving, you know, when it's Bears Lions, we would mostly trash talk each other. And then it's like, oh yeah, that's right. There is a football game that we're actually talking about.
I like it. Casually watching football instead of everyone engrossed in the game or going to the game or like their team is playing. Okay.
For dessert here, I'm going to go with homemade cookies.
Ooh, that's nice. I'm going to try to up that dessert, and with my pick, I'm going to go with key lime pie.
Interesting.
All right.
Paulie, back-to-back.
Homemade or Baker Square?
Homemade.
So I got to get some sides out of the way. We're going homemade green bean casserole.
That's delicious.
And like, you know, we're not buying the French's onions to put on top, but you could do that. But you know, we're going the whole real deal. You know, the actual mushrooms, not canned mushrooms. So green bean casserole. I think for activity, we're gonna go with turkey bowl. We're gonna play some football in the backyard.
That's nice. That's a good one. That's
Paul
a strong
seems
one.
like a great long snapper.
Yeah, you guys both picked the activity that I think most of us love or want to be able to love as we're doing right. I have to go with the potato finally, and I think this is one that's totally unhealthy for you, but it is scalloped potatoes that are just drenched with cheese.
Okay. It's like a scalloped au gratin.
Yeah,
Or just like
full of yellow American cheddar cheese, just melting on it and just clogging up your arteries with all the horrible stuff that us Americans like.
All right.
Dad, my heart hurts.
Good.
All right, Devin, we need an entree and a side from you, and you're finished out.
Okay. I guess I'll go with deviled eggs for my side.
Okay.
You know what? For my Mr. Irrelevant, for my entree, I'm going to go with a tofu turkey like they made on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Attaboy.
For all our vegan listeners here on WCPT.
Let's
Wow,
go.
in an unprecedented move, turkey taken by all three draftees.
Mitch Trubisky has been picked
drafters.
before Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. It has happened. Devin has done it. My activity, man, we're going
Brock
shopping.
Purdy.
Going shopping, okay.
That's my last pick.
Are the
All
stores
right.
open on Thanksgiving, or are you talking Black Friday?
Black Friday shopping, and it's 2023. Everything's open now. We're all heathens.
Actually, ever since the pandemic, Walmart's closed now.
we'll find
right.
out. We'll see.
I didn't put any thought into my side. I guess you can go anywhere with this, and this was never on our Thanksgiving table, but I think this would be kind of the ultimate baller Southern person move. Biscuits and gravy is side two.
Oh,
That's breakfast, but I'm
that's
all for it.
delicious. That is so good. Oh, that is delicious.
But that's like your roll, and like,
Yeah.
and then you get like a sausage gravy to go with it. You're right, it's breakfast.
So
but
good.
I'm going in an unprecedented move. The Mr. Irrelevant for this entire
love it.
draft is biscuits and gravy.
All right.
Nobody saw coming.
It's great. And you know what I love about this is this is why the holidays are great, right? It's all about family, it's all about eating, it's all about good times, and it's all about trying to reflect and trying to appreciate what you have in your life. I think what we should do really fast is let's go through our draft boards, and then I got something really fast before we head out. So, Paulie, what did you, let me see your draft board.
All
Where
right,
did you go?
so we're eating deep fried turkey, and on the side you got garlic mashed, green bean casserole, biscuits and gravy. For dessert we got homemade pumpkin pie, but maybe we should do the activity first because we're playing some football today.
Let's go. Devin, how's your Thanksgiving board look like?
I don't even remember. Mark it down.
Devin is eating a tofu turkey with sweet potatoes, homemade traditional stuffing, deviled eggs, homemade cookies, and hey, we got the football games going
Let's
on.
go. And I have an oven roasted turkey, tamales, honey glazed ham, a cheddar cheese potato. What would we call it? Scallops?
Yeah, scalloped potatoes with
is
cheese.
Is that the way
yeah.
you would say it? Is
I
that
just
the
put
proper? Is it
scalloped
wedges?
potatoes, yeah.
Is that how we would say it here? Like if it's just like little chips of
Yeah,
baked
you're
potatoes?
cutting it- you're
What is that
cutting-
considered?
You're cutting in like chips, but they're like thick,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
that's scalloped potatoes with cheese.
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds so
yeah.
good. I want that for dinner tonight. And we are going to have some key lime pie. And when we're all done, we're going shopping.
Getting those deals.
So what actually happens on Thanksgiving? What is your plate going to look like, my friend?
Oh, my plate, some of
In
that
real
stuff
life.
made it on there. Maybe not garlic mashed unless my wife's making them. She loves doing that. Definitely green bean casserole, but it's also my wife and I love that. We're definitely not doing deep fried turkey. Probably this year it's ham, but normally I would do like an oven roasted turkey. I'm talking about smoking some chicken this year, so we'll see what happens.
Love it. Dev, what's your plate going to actually look like?
Other than the stuffing, probably none of the stuff I actually said here. I mean, I definitely like a lot of, turkey meat, stuffing. I go for like crazy. Oh, God, I got to think what else is there usually on the table. That's a good question.
I am going to go all the turkey, some tamales, arroz con gandules, some rice with some chicken on it that my abuela makes. My mom is going to make some flan, and we're going to have ourselves a good time. I love the white meat. White or dark meat?
Oh, dark, always.
A little bit of both, honestly.
Let us know your thoughts. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. It's a fun time here on the Sports Cubicle. He's Paul Chivari. He's Devin Tingle. I'm Mike Mercado.